Most people engage in giving and taking in their family relations or with friends. But when we engage in giving and receiving from Krishna, then our life becomes spiritual. So, what can we give Krishna? Krishna, by the way, has everything. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He doesn't need anything. But he is very anxious to see the love and devotion with which we give. So, even if you give a little water or a fruit or a flower with love and devotion, Krishna will accept it. Right? And he'll reciprocate by giving you unimaginable benedictions. Oftentimes people tell me or ask me, they say, oh Prabhuji, please bless me. And I always tell them, look, the real blessing, here it is. I'm going to show you what the real blessing is. The real blessing is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This chanting of Hare Krishna is called the Yuga Dharma, the recommended way to become free from the cycle of birth and death. So our real problem is not economic, it's not social, and it's not anything material. Our real problem is birth, old age, and death. Birth, old age, disease, and death. So these are the real problems we have to deal with. All the other problems, they can be political, they can be economic, they can be family problems, and so forth. All those problems are what you would say secondary and tertiary. But the real problems that we're dealing with is birth, which is painful, and sickness, which is painful, old age, which is painful, and death. Now, how to become free of these problems is very easy, actually, in this age, simply by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, and giving up all bad habits and engaging in all good habits. So bad habits are meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, and intoxication. And good habits are chanting Hare Krishna, eating only Krishna Prasadam, hearing lectures on Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam by genuine devotees, and engaging in the Harinama Sankirtan movement. That means chanting Hare Krishna mantra in public, whether it's in the temple or outside the temple. So, if we understand what's really happening to us, we've all been born, we're growing, we become a child, then middle age, then become a teenager, then a mature man or woman, and then middle age, and then old age, and eventually we will die. We should ask the question, what's the meaning of this? Why is this happening to me? And is there any way that I can stop this? Or is there any way that I can live that so that I don't have to die? You have to ask this question. If you don't ask this question, then it's like you are not actually conscious. You're just going with the flow without understanding why this is happening to you. So, why, by the way, why is this happening? Why are we subject to birth, old age, disease, and death when we don't want these things? And why is it that we're born and eventually we die? Did anyone ask to be born? Can you remember asking to be born? Anybody? And are you satisfied with getting old and sick? And are you happy that you're going to die? Absolutely not, unless you're crazy. So, therefore, we have to ask the question at some point, Why is this happening? And it is happening because somewhere and sometime we committed some mistakes. What's the mistake? First of all, let's understand who we are exactly. We are not this body. If you say, no, 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 I don't agree with you, this is my body, I am this body, well, I could ask you which body you're talking about. You had a body of a microbe or a microscopic body in the womb of your mother, and it grew into a little, what you would call a baby, and then it was pushed out, and it started to grow. But we began microscopically. If you look at the father's sperm, which is carrying the living entity, it's microscopic. You need a microscope to see it. That's our first body. And then it connects with the ovum, and it begins to grow, and now there's 2 legs and 2 eyes and 2 nostrils and so forth. And now you have a actual body, but it's pretty small. It's like something like this. And eventually that body of a very small fetus is pushed out, and it's a little baby with 2 arms, 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 legs, and so forth. That's a miracle. How a woman, can develop a actual living being in her womb. Of course, nobody knows how this is happening. I could ask all you women, do you know how the baby was developed in your body? Anybody? You say you don't know how it happened. It's a miracle. So that means that there's someone else that's in control of your body, and someone else who's in control of producing a perfect baby. Excuse me 1 second. Drop my beads. It's over here. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. So are there any ladies here that know how they produced the body of a baby in their womb? Raise your hand. You see. The answer is no. You don't know how it happened. It's a mystery. But that means somebody else is controlling it. You're not controlling it. And you also always pray that you get a baby whose body is perfectly formed, and you pray that the baby is protected and can grow into a child and a teenager and a fully grown, mature person. So all these things are mysterious, and that means that there's someone else controlling this. And that's why people pray to God, because those people who are intelligent, they realize there's someone else controlling all these things. I don't know who's controlling the beating of my heart. I don't know who's controlling the digestion of food. I don't know who's controlling my eyes, my ears. All these things are necessary to be a fully grown person, and we don't know how it's happening exactly. But we claim that this is my body. Actually, it's not your body. No one can claim that this is my body because you don't really have control of the body. And a little bit of, let's say, inappropriate activity, and your body can get sick or your body can die. So we have to be very careful to take care of this body by not engaging in meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, intoxication, and other kinds of, let's say, irresponsible behaviors. We have to be very responsible in maintaining the health of the body, and also engaging in service, using the body for a real purpose. The real purpose of the body and the intelligence is to understand our relationship with Krishna, act in that relationship, and eventually be liberated from the cycle of birth and death. That's the real purpose of having a human body. Now, the dog or the animal cannot do that. The dog does not have the intelligence to understand how to use this body in the service of Krishna. However, human beings have the opportunity, because of their intelligence, to engage in the service of Krishna and eventually be liberated from the cycle of birth and death. But a human being that simply eats, sleeps, mates, and defends, and doesn't understand how to use this body in the service of the Lord, they're no better than an animal. There are four-legged animals and there's two-legged animals that just eat, sleep, mate, and defend. The difference between an animal and a human being is that the human being can understand his or her relationship with God, but more important than that, how to act in that relationship. That is what we teach at the temple. We're teaching everyone how to use your mind, your body, your senses in the service of Krishna. Krishna also has a body, but it's spiritual, and he has a mind, which is spiritual, and he also can eat and sleep and do everything that we're doing, but he has an eternal body, and he never grows old. The Christians make a major mistake whenever they, let's say, paint or represent a picture of God. They always present a picture of God as an old man with gray hair. That means they don't understand anything about who God is. Krishna never gets old. He's always a young boy or a young adolescent. It never gets older than maybe 16 or 20 years old. So the Christians don't understand this. Why? Because they don't have this information in the Bible. But if you read the Vedic literatures, especially Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, you have tremendous amount of knowledge of who Krishna is, what he looks like. Like, for example, you're seeing our deities tonight. The deity forms that we have are made after the description of the form of Krishna in the Shastra, or in the holy books like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. This is not something that is speculated. This is something that is bona fide. And otherwise, how would we know what God looks like? Like, for example, I asked a Muslim gentleman once, I said, do you think God has a body? He said, I don't know. I said, why you don't know? He said, because it's not in our Quran what God looks like. He said, so I cannot say he has or he doesn't have a body. So there are scriptures like the Quran and like the Bible where there's not explicit understanding of who God is and where God lives and what God likes and what God doesn't like, etc. So therefore, there are certain mistakes being made in Islam as well as in Christianity and maybe some other religions. But when you read Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and you come regularly to the temple and hear lectures, you will learn who is Krishna and how to please Krishna. That should be education for our children. First, we have to be educated as adults, and then we can teach our children who is God and how to please God. And the ultimate purpose of life is to develop love and devotion to God or Krishna. This love and devotion is a specific thing. Just like if you have a parent and you say, I love you very much, mother or father. Well, how do you express that love? You express it through service. I remember Yes, when I was a young boy, uh, my father died, and my mother became a widow. But she had three sons. So the three sons, myself and my two brothers, we took care of our mother. And we never uh, left her alone. And we always cared for her. And she always cared for us, by the way, but we always cared for her. So this reciprocal service of love and devotion, it means that we're civilized living beings. And it means that we have spiritual knowledge. Spiritual knowledge means that we understand there's God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we learn about God by studying the Holy Scriptures, especially Bhagavad Gita, which is the oldest scripture, the oldest book in the history of the world, and the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the expansion of the Bhagavad Gita. So, when we come into contact with a Shastra or a holy book that has full knowledge of who God is, how to please God, where God is, what He likes to eat, what He likes to do, when you have all that information, now you become a genuine devotee of the Lord, and you begin to engage in the service of the Lord. So every day we bathe the deities twice a day. Every day we feed the deities 6 times a day. Every day we change the clothes of the deities twice a day. And basically, these are not statues. These are not what you would call dead material forms. The deity is a living thing, a living person, and we deal with it as a living person. Just like if you want to see a statue, you go to the see the statue of Gandhi in the library, in Bellevue. That's a statue. He's outside. The birds are passing stool and urine on the statue. Once a year, they'll do some puja for Gandhi's statue, but that's not a real what you would call deity. Deity is a living person, and we deal with the deity as a living person. That means we put the deity to sleep, we wake the deity up, we offer food to the deity 6 times a day, we chant for the deity, we bathe the deity. So many things we're doing for the pleasure of the deity. Why? Because the deity, the Pran Pratishtha ceremony has been performed, inviting Krishna to come and be in the deity form that's been made according to the explanations in the Shastras about what Krishna looks like. So we have all this information. If you go to a mosque and you look around, you don't see any deities. Basically, you don't see anything. You see a little plaque on the wall that says, this is the direction that we should pray in toward Mecca, right? Is that right? Yeah. If you go to a Baha'i temple, you don't see any deities. You don't see anything. It's just an empty room. Why? Why is it that the Muslims don't have the form of a deity? Why is it that the Baha'is don't have the form of a deity? Because they don't have any information of it. They don't have a Shastra that explains what is the form of the Lord. However, in the Vedic tradition, and especially in Vaishnavism, we have exhaustive information about the form of the Lord, and because the Lord has a form, we also know how to please the Lord by bathing the Lord, by chanting for the Lord, by changing the clothes of the Lord, by praying to the Lord, by parading with the Lord. So many things we do because the deity is non-different than the Lord when it's consecrated correctly. And therefore, Krishna has all powers. He's present everywhere, and he's also present in the deity. See? So Krishna is not a common person. Krishna is not limited by anything. So therefore, he can come and be present in the deity form. And the deity can also speak, it can also walk, it can also perform miracles, but only you will only see or experience these things if you surrender. This is a very important word, surrender. Either we surrender voluntarily or we're going to be forced to surrender by old age, disease, and death. So why surrender in such horrible conditions of old age, disease, and death? It's better we surrender out of love and devotion for Krishna and Guru, like that. We have to surrender. Everybody's going to surrender to someone. You surrender to the IRS by giving your taxes. You surrender. The wife surrenders to the husband surrenders to the wife. Everybody is going to surrender to someone. If you don't have anyone to surrender to, you buy a dog and you surrender to the dog, right? So, but if you surrender to Krishna, that's the best surrender. Because by surrendering to Krishna, you become liberated. If you surrender to the dog, you're not going to be liberated. And if you surrender to the IRS, you're not going to be liberated. But if you surrender to the dog or the IRS, your life is going to be one of, let's say, disillusionment. But if you surrender to Krishna, you develop transcendental knowledge. That's the difference. And transcendental knowledge means you understand that you are not this body. If you say, no, I don't agree with you. I am this body, and my body is this or that. It's Hindu, or my body is American, or my body is Canadian. But I can ask you a question. Which body? And you say, what do you mean, which body? Well, you had a body when you were in the womb of your mother. You have a body when you come out of the womb of your mother as a little baby. You have a body as a little boy or girl. You have a body as a teenager. You have a body as a grown man or woman. You have a body as a middle-aged person. You have a body when you're old. So which body are you talking about? You can't say, I am this body, because it's changing all the time. But you can say that I am the soul in the body who has consciousness and who is witnessing all the changes of the body. So that means that you are the seer and the body is the seen. Now, what does that mean? That means that if you're seeing these changes, then you're not what you're seeing. You're witnessing changes, and you don't really know why or how it's happening. That's why you have to get educated. You have to get knowledge. Why am I born? Do you remember choosing to be born? Anybody here remember choosing to be born? I don't think so, right? And after you're born, why are you growing? Are you choosing to grow? No, you're being forced to grow. And when you get up to a certain age, I have to work. Are you happy that you have to work? Well, some people say, yes, I'm very happy. But no, you're forced to work. You're forced to maintain yourself. And you're forced to get old. You're forced to get sick. And eventually, we're going to be forced to die. So unless we ask this fundamental question, why is this happening to me? Then we're no better than an animal. The animal doesn't understand why he's born, why he's growing, etc. Only human beings can understand these things. So there are four-legged animals, just like Radhika, or a cow, and there are two-legged animals. The two-legged animals are human beings who don't ask any questions. Why is this happening to me? They don't ask these questions. They just go with the flow. And that means that they'll never really understand what is the real purpose of life. Now, let's ask the question. What is the real purpose of life? Why am I given this human body? Why am I given this human intelligence and brain and so forth. How should I use it? Well, use it or abuse it. That's the whole issue. If you use the body and the intelligence and you use it to understand your relationship with God and you act in that relationship, then you're doing the right thing. But if you use it just for eating, sleeping, mating, and defending like animals, then you're no better than an animal. Hare Krishna. She probably thought I was a robot, you know. Oh, she's looking at her face. Okay. Yeah, so we're not robots. We're human beings. We have feelings. We can have reciprocal relationships with other human beings, and we can ask questions. And by the way, if you have no questions about life, then you're not really awake. You're actually sleeping. We should have many questions about life. All the time when I give a lecture, I say, are there any questions? And there's deep silence. Nobody asks a question. That means you're not really hearing the lecture, nor are you going to be able to understand very mysterious things that are happening to you, like birth, old age, disease, and death. Does anyone remember choosing to be born? Anybody? Does anyone here remember choosing to be born? No. Is anyone choosing to grow and get old? Huh? I don't think so. Is anyone choosing to die? Only if you're crazy, right? Of course. Well, that's the whole point. All these things are forced on us. Now the question is, why is this happening to me? We don't like to be forced, right? So it's because we have made mistakes. That's why we're born with a material body. But we also have a spiritual body that's covered with the material body. But most people never even get to the point of realizing that. And most people say, I am this body. But actually, you can't say I am this body. If you say I am this body, I can ask you a question. Which body are you talking about? The one when you came out of your mother's womb? The one when you're 6 years old? Or when you're a teenager? Or whether you're an adult? You cannot say I am this body because the body is always changing. So who am I exactly? Well, I am the consciousness that's witnessing the changes of the body. So when you're a young man, you have nice hair, you have nice skin, and so called. And when you're an old person, you might not even have any hair. You might be bald, or this or that, and your teeth might be loose, and so forth. So this body is always changing. Actually, it changes every day. If you count the corpuscles in the body, they're changing every day. They're living and dying very quickly. And you cannot say that you're the same person from day to day. There's subtle changes taking place in your body. So here we're in a predicament. We're just experiencing the changes of the body. We don't understand exactly how it's going on. We're not really in control of it. And we have this intelligence, but we're using the intelligence mainly for eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, like animals. So what differentiates us from an animal? Our ability to understand our relationship with God. If you do not use this body and mind to understand your relationship with God, you're no better than a two-legged animal. The animals also don't understand, just like Radhika here. She's a very nice cow, but she doesn't understand her relationship with God. Only human beings can understand their relationship with God. So, therefore, we have what we call spiritual learning. We have shastras. And the greatest Shastra in the whole history of the world is Bhagavad Gita, which was spoken millions and millions of years ago for the first time by Krishna to Lord Brahma. That happened many millions, actually trillions of years ago. And now it was spoken more recently, 5,000 years ago, again by Krishna to Lord Brahma. So therefore, we do have the ability to understand why we are on this earth, how we came here, and what is the purpose of life. But you have to ask questions. If you look at a book like Bhagavad Gita, it's all questions and answers. If you look at the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is also all questions and answers. Arjuna is asking Krishna so many questions, and Krishna is answering them one by one. This is the way you get educated. Even if you go to school, the students that are the most successful are the ones that ask questions and get answers from the teacher. You see, those are the most successful students. They actually are asking questions and finding out what this thing is or that thing is, how to do this arithmetic, or how to do this, let's say, science experiment, and so forth. So without asking questions, you don't really learn. So every day when I give a lecture, I always, in the end, say, are there any questions? And if you just remain silent, well, no questions, no answers, you didn't learn anything. Every day that you come to the temple and you hear a lecture, there should be something that you learn and remember for the rest of your life. Now, if you don't have a good memory, you should make a note of that takeaway of that one day. So, now I'm going to ask you a question. Do you have any questions? Does anybody have a question about anything I said, or about some things that you don't know or you're inquisitive about? Here's your chance to ask a question. You raise your hand.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why do deities fed 6 times during the day?
Okay. Why are? I didn't hear you. Go ahead. Say it again.
Why are the deities fed 6 times a day?
Because they're living. Why do you eat 3 or 4 times a day?
I don't eat that much. I eat only once a day.
But you do eat. Okay. So why do you eat?
Because body asks.
Okay.
I give.
So deity also has a body. You can see it right now.
I was just wondering. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
What is the purpose of the life? Can you please explain one more time?
What?
What is the purpose of the life?
Purpose of life.
Oh, the purpose of life. How old are you?
I'm 50, close to.
50 years old, almost, yeah. Half a century, right?
Yes.
You never learned what the purpose of life is?
No.
Your parents did not explain it to you?
No.
Okay, that's why you come to the temple. The purpose of life is to free yourself from the cycle of birth and death, and the way to do that is to develop love and devotion for Krishna. Now you're going to be liberated from the material body, and now your spiritual body will be revealed. You have a spiritual body, but it's covered by the material body, right? Now, how to get rid of that material body? It's not that you're going to kill yourself. It's that you will develop knowledge of your spiritual body and act with that knowledge. And at the moment of death, you remember Krishna and you go back to the spiritual world. The most important moment of life is the moment of death. Now, the moment of death for atheists is the worst moment in their life, because they don't know what's going to happen to them, right? But the moment of death for a devotee is the best moment, because that's when they're going to see Krishna and go back to the spiritual world. So practice makes perfect. We should practice always Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Why do we do that? Because we're practicing to be with Krishna 24 hours a day. This Maha Mantra is all about Krishna. These are the different names of Krishna. Hare refers to Radharani, and Krishna is Krishna, and Rama is also Krishna. So by just simply chanting this simple mantra, you don't have to chant hundreds of mantras. You only have to chant this one mantra. You go back to Godhead, because now you're remembering Krishna. And when you remember Krishna, by practicing chanting Hare Krishna every day on your beads, and by the way, do you have beads like this? Yeah. Do you have them right now? Okay, whenever you walk out of the house without the beads, it's like walking out of the house without your pants. You see? You should never be without your beads. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is your ticket back to the spiritual world. That's why you should always have your beads wherever you go. Right? Just like policemen, they always have their guns, right? But we don't have guns, we have beads. But these beads are for liberating ourselves. And the guns, well, that's for shooting bad guys. So we're not here to kill bad guys. We're here to purify ourselves. And then if we learn how to purify ourselves, then we can help others become purified. Purified of what? Lust, anger, and greed. And what do we replace that lust, anger, and greed with? Love, devotion, and happiness. Right? A devotee is always happy. Why? Because he knows his relation, he or she knows their relationship with God, and they're acting in that relationship. So they're very happy. They know that I'm not this body. They know that if I chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, every day, then at the moment of death, I'll be able to remember Krishna and go back to Godhead. If I never chant Hare Krishna, how will I remember Krishna at the moment of death? It's not possible. I'll remember my 401k. I'll remember this person that insulted me and that I hate. I remember this. I remember that. I remember a movie that I watched and so forth. See, at the moment of death, everything you've done in your life flashes through your mind. And if most of your life was mundane, just eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, that's what you're going to see, and you're going to take birth again in the material world. So we have to have a long history of chanting Hare Krishna, engaging in Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and a long history of engaging in devotional service, coming to the temple and doing seva, and helping other people become Krishna conscious, you see. So if we don't have a long history like that, at the moment of death, we're not going to be able to remember Krishna at all. So practice makes perfect. That's why we chant on our beads every day. That's why we try and hear lectures every day by devotees. That's why we come to the temple and have darshan of the deities. All of this is to help us remember God or Krishna at the moment of death. The moment of death is the most important moment in our life. If we can remember Krishna at the moment of death, we go back to the spiritual world. That's why it's the most important moment for a devotee. And practice makes perfect. You're not going to say, well, I'll do all kinds of nonsense and I'll remember God at the moment of death. It doesn't work like that. You have to be thinking of Krishna your whole lifetime, and then it's natural that at the moment of death you will remember Krishna. So some people think, well, I'll do all kinds of nonsense things, but at the last minute of life I'll say Hare Krishna and go back to the spiritual world. Don't think that's going to happen. Right? The way you can remember Krishna at the moment of death is by practicing remembering Krishna all throughout your life. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So anyway, thank you for your question. Anybody else have a question? This is your opportunity. Yes, sir.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
What's the highest devotional service?
Highest devotional service. Well, it goes in stages. Serving mother and father is the beginning. If you serve your mother and father with respect and love, and they reciprocate with respect and love, that's your beginning of how to serve God. And then, if you serve your mother and father with respect and love, then it's going to be very easy for you to learn how to serve Krishna with love and devotion, right? Because you already practiced how to do that. Now you use that practice to love God or love Krishna by offering food to Krishna, by hearing lectures about Krishna, by chanting the names of Krishna, and so forth. So if you have good parents and you serve them, that's the beginning of your learning how to serve Krishna also. Now let's say you don't have good parents, but you have a good guru. Well, then the guru becomes your second parenthood, you see. The guru is going to teach you how to serve God, how to chant Hare Krishna, how to eat prasadam. So you cannot say, oh, I don't know how to do this. No. There are gurus, genuine gurus. Of course, in life there are gurus and there's kangaroos also. So you don't want to accept a kangaroo. You want to accept a bona fide guru. And who's a bona fide guru? It's someone who is in a disciplic succession, a bona fide disciplic succession, coming originally from Krishna. So we're in the Brahma, the Krishna-Brahma succession of spiritual life, beginning from Krishna, and then the first person who surrendered to Krishna was Lord Brahma. And so we're in that Brahma sampradaya. So, practice makes perfect. If you begin to chant Hare Krishna at a very young age, and you continue chanting throughout your life, easily you remember Krishna at the moment of death, and you go back to Godhead. Krishna has made it easier in now to become Krishna conscious in this late point of Kali Yuga. Never before in the history of the world was it this easy to develop your relationship with God and go back to the spiritual world. Previously it was much, much harder. But because it's so hard in this age, Krishna has made it very, very easy. All you do is three things. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Eat only prasadam, sanctified vegetarian food without onion and garlic, offered to Krishna with love and devotion, then he offers it back as his prasadam. And number three, regularly associate with devotees and hear their discussions and their lectures, and engage in Harinam Sankirtan. Harinam Sankirtan is called the Yuga Dharma, the recommended way by which you can go back to Godhead very easily. So you come with us. Every Saturday we go out in the streets and chant Hare Krishna, and every day we chant Hare Krishna in the temple. And you can also chant Hare Krishna at home. You can chant Hare Krishna on the bus or in the car. So as long as the vibration of the names of Krishna are on your lips and your hearing also, you should have a closed circuit. You say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So you're saying it and it's going round like this to your ears. See, it's very important to have that round circuit. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, actually, a genuine devotee will be chanting Hare Krishna 24 hours a day. So, before you go to sleep, you decide to go to sleep early so you can wake up early to chant Hare Krishna. So even though you're sleeping, the purpose of your sleeping is to wake up early so you can chant Hare Krishna. So that means you're actually chanting Hare Krishna 24 hours a day. And then when you wake up, you start chanting, and you continue chanting throughout the day. Now, someone would say, well, wait a minute, if I just chant, I won't be able to do anything else. That's not true. You can be thinking of Krishna 24 hours a day, not only by chanting, but by serving Krishna, and by going to sleep early and waking up early so you can chant Hare Krishna. That means 24 hours a day you're thinking of Krishna. See? So your purpose of going to sleep early and waking up early is in order to chant Hare Krishna. See? And especially in the Brahma Muhurta period of the day, which is like from 3 o'clock to like 7 o'clock in the morning. The most propitious time, or the best time, for chanting the names of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Okay, so we're going to have Arti now? Okay. Hare Krishna. So today we have some sponsors. We have one sponsor, and his name is Namavrata Das, and his family, on the occasion of his 60th birthday. Is that right? Well, okay, it's tomorrow. So Namavrata is a very special person. His family is very special because they're completely dedicated to serving Krishna. Namavrata has dedicated his whole life now in maintaining the temple, making sure that everything is on time, and he basically spends all his time serving Radha and Krishna in this temple. So he's a very special person, and his family is also very good. They're also Krishna conscious. Is he here? Is Namavrata here? No, where is he?
He's at the Bellevue Temple.
Oh, it's at the Bellevue Temple now. Yes, so we have two temples. So he's at our other temple right now, maintaining everything nicely. But this is the occasion of his birthday. So he's also sponsoring the feast today. So thank you very much, Namavrata, and may you be always, you and your family, protected by the mercy of Krishna and educated by the name of Krishna, and always be Krishna conscious. Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
There is another sponsor after the fact.
Yeah.
This is Umesh Mehra.
There's another sponsor tonight. His name is Umesh and Mehra.
He sponsored the dress, DT dress for the Diwali.
So this dress that you see right now, yesterday's dress for Diwali was by Umesh Mehra. He's not here now, right? No, okay. Well, Hare Krishna, Umesh. So we're going to have our Arti right now. During Arti, I'll be back in the library in the back there. If you want to come and talk with me, I'll be there. Hare Krishna. Please stand up.
कि बजयो जया गौर चांदे आरती कसोबा
कि बजायो जयो गौर चांदे आरती को शोभा
जाना तटवाने मन लोभा
नाविदाडवने जगमनलो
जया जया गौर चांदे आरती कसोभा
दिवा जया जय गौर चांदे आरती को शोभा
जानावी तटवाने जगा मन लोभा
हो जानावी तटवाने जगमनलोभा
दाखीने निताय जामे गदधारा
दाखीने निताय चाँद बामे गदधारा
निकटे अद्वैतासिनी वासा चक्रधारा
औनिका हे अद्वैता श्रीनी वासा चत्रधारा
बबोसी याचे गौरचान रत्ना सिंहासन
बाबोसे अजय गौरजान रत्ना सिंहासने
आरती कोरे ना ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गाने
आरती गोरे ना ब्रह्मा आदि देवगाने
जीवन हरि आदि कोरी चमरा दुलाया
जीवन रारी आदि गोरी समरादुलाया
संजया मुकुंदा बासु गोषादि गाया
संजया मुकुंदा बासु घोषादि गाया
कि बजया जया गौर चांदे आरती कसोबा
शिव जया जया गौर चांदे आरती को शोभा
जानावी तटवाने जगा मन लोभा
जानावी दादावाने जगमनलोभा
शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला
शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला
शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला
शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला
मधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परामरसाला
माधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परमरसाला
ओ मधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परामरसाला
माधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परमरसाला
शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे
शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
मधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परामरसाला
माधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परमरसाला
माधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
Madhur 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 baje
गौरांगेरा रतिक शोभा जगज्जान माना लोभा
Gaurange Radhika Shobha Jaga Jana Mana Loba
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna
Everyone.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare.
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya.
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 Radha Ramana Hari Govinda 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 Jaya Jaya.
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya.
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya.
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya.
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Bahu Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Ujjwala
Baba Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Ujjwala
Gala Dese Bana Mala Kore Jalamala
Gala Dese Bana Mala Kore Jalamala
Shiva Shiva Sukha Narada Preme Gada Gada
Shiva Shiva Sukha Narada Preme Gada Gada
Bhakti Vinoda Dekhe Gorara Sampada
Bhakti Vinoda Dekhe Gorara Sampada
Shiva Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Kashoba
Shiva Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Aradik Jova
Janavi Tatavane Jagamanaloba
Janavi Tatavane Jagamanaloba
Jaya Radha Nila Madhav Radha Nila Madhav Sri Radhe
Jaya Radha Nila Madhav Radha Nila Madhav Sri Radhe
Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Bhakta Prahlad
Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Prahlad
Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Lakshmana Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Lakshmana Hanuman
Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Lakshmana Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Lakshmana Hanuman
Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Sudarshan Chakra
Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya
Subhadra Jaya
Sudarshan Chakra
O Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
O Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
O Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Nitai Gaur Premanande
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
प्रहलाद लाद दायिने
प्रहलाद लाद दायिने
हिरण्यकशिपोर्वक्षः
हिरण्यकाशिपोर्वक्षः
शीलटङ्कानकालाय
शीलटङ्कानकालाय
इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह
इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह
इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामिततो नरसिंह बहिर्नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह नरसिंह आदिम शरणं प्रपदे तव कर कमलावरे नाकाम अद्भुत श्रृंगाम दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगा केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमलावरे नकाम
अभूत श्रृंगा हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगा
केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय
केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
ओ जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव
जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद
जय जगन्नाथा जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रमा जय सुदर्शना
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रमा जय सुदर्शन चक्र
जय सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान
जय सीताराम जय सीताराम सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान
जय प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा जय प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा
जय प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा
जय श्री विघ्नहर्ता नरसिंहदेव भगवान की
जय प्लीज bow down. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिजगाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत श्रील प्रभुपाद गोस्वामी महाराज की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की समवेत भक्त वृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories Shri Guru and Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Now we sing the Damodar Ashtakam. Everyone will get a ghee lamp and please take the ghee lamp and go from to right and then hand over the ghee lamp on the right side corner here. And please only adults, no kids. Kids should not handle the ghee lamp. And at the same time, we're also doing the Govardhan Puja here. Once the Damodarashtakam is done, we will start distributing Govardhan, the Prasadam here, which is the fruits. So please form a line. Anyone, senior citizens, those who need help should be sent to the front of the line. If you see somebody behind you like that, please ask them, request them to come to the front of the line. Hare Krishna. Now we start the Damodarashtakam. Who is singing today? One line. We will regulate how many we get at the same time because too much crowd is not good. So go from left to the right, and you can actually do circumambulate Govardhan also if you want. Circumambulate Govardhan and then go and deposit the ghee lamp to the right side here. Hare Krishna.
That reed is brutal. Can we use that mic stand? Namamishwaram. Yeah, just pull this down. Namamishwaram Sachid Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Namamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamana. Yashoda Biolokaladavamanam Paramrishtramatyanto Drodutya Gopya
Yashoda
Namamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam
योगमामृजान्तां करम्बोजयोगमेनाशात्पङ्कनेत्राम्
Rudantam Netra Yogmamrujantam Karamboja Yogmena Sadvanganedram
मुहुश्वासकां पात्रे रेखान्तकान्ता स्थिताग्रैवं दामोदरां भक्तिबादाम्
Musvasakam Padre Rekantakanta Stita Grevam Damodaram Bhakti-badam
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तमाख्यापयन्ताम्
Iti Dritsvalilabhiram
नन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं
Nimajantam Agyapayantam
तदेशिताग्नेशोर्भक्तिर्जिता त्वां पूर्णा प्रेमताष्टां शतावृत्तिवन्दे
Tadiyeshita Jeshu Bhagajita Dvam Puna Premadastam Shadavruti Vande
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चायं वृणेऽहं वरेशदपीह
Varam Deva Moksham Namokshavadim Va Najanyam Runeham Vareshadaviha
इदं ते वपुर्नाथा गोपालबालां सदा मे मनसे अविरस्मन्ये
Idam Deva Purnata Gopalabalam Sagame Manasyave Rastam Kimanye
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
इदं ते मुखं भोजामत्यन्तनीले वृत्तं कुन्तले स्निग्धारक्तस्य गोप्या
idam te mukhambojamadyantanile udam simdalai snigdha raktaisya gopya
मुहुशुम्बितं बिम्बारक्तादरामे मनसविरस्तमालां लक्षलाभ्ये
Mushumbitam nimbarakadaram me manasya virasamalam lakshalabe
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Prajamanam
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Prajamanam
नमो देवदामोदरानन्तविष्णु प्रसीद प्रबुद्धोकाजलाब्धिमग्नम्
Namo Devadamodarananda Vishnu Prasida Prabodhuka Jalabhimagnam
कृपादृशिवृष्याते देनम्बतानु गृहाणि क्षमामयामे देयक्षिदृश्या
Krubhadrishivrishyate Denambadano Grihani Samamajna Edyakidrishya
कन्दलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
कुवेत्रोत्मजौ बद्धामूर्तैवयाद्वात् त्वया मुचितौ भक्तिभाजौ कृतौ च
Veratmajao Bada Mudyayvayadva Vaya Mujitao Bhakti Bhajakrutau Ja
तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वाकामे प्रयाचा न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेष्टि दामोदरेह
Tada Prema Bhaktim Svagame Prayaja Namo Shigrao Mesti Damodareha
नमस्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
नमस्तेऽस्तु धाम्ने स्पृहदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायता विश्वस्य दाम्ने
Namaste Sudamne Spuradipdidamne Tvadiyodarayada Viswasyadamne
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियाय नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
Namo Radhikaya Svadiya Priyaye Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhyam
नमो राधिकाय त्वदीया प्रियाय नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं
नमो राधिकाय त्वदीया प्रियाय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
ईश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे
जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे
जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Jayo Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jayo Giri Govardhan. Jayo Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jayo Giri Govardhan. Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Prabhupada. Jayo Gurudeva, Jayo Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jayo Gurudeva. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. दामोदर भगवान की जय, नाम संकीर्तन की गौर प्रेमानंद. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment.
To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was turning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding motor in fear of Mother Yashoda, but has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, I offer my humble obeisances.
Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying, rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, belly is bound not with rope but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances.
By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy, and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times.
O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopala in Vrindavana may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me than any other boon besides this?
O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me.
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me. By showering your glance of mercy upon me, deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes.
O Lord Damodara, Just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvera, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you, and your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding motor. In the same way, please give to me your own Prema Bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation.
O Lord Damodara, I first offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord who displays unlimited pastimes.
Damodar Bhagwan ki.
केशव प्रभु करताल के लिए बुला लीजिए किसी को.
I know only 2, 3.
No, I'll ask someone who will play fast as well. Arisha will play. It's okay, someone will come. Madhaji, will you play? यशोमती नंदन व्रजवर नागर गोकुल रंजन काना. यशोमती नंदन व्रजवर नागर गोकुल नंदन काना. गोपी परन धन मदन मनोहर. गोपी परन धन मदन मनोहर. कालिया दमन विधाना. कालिया दमन विधाना. आमल हरिना ममिया विलासा. आमल हरिना ममिया विलासा. विपिन पुरंदर नवीन नगर बड़ा वंशी वदन सुवासा.
यशोमती नंदन व्रजवर नागर गोकुल रंजन गाना ब्रज जन पालन सुरकुल नाशन नंद गोधन रखवाला गोविंद माधव नवनीत तस्कर गोविंद माधव नवनीत तस्कर सुंदर नंद गोपाला सुंदर नंद गोपाला यशोमती नंदन व्रजवर नागर गोकुल रंजन काना यशोमती नंदन व्रजवर नागर गोकुल रंजन काना यमुना तट चर गोपी वसन हर रस रसिका कृपा मोया श्री राधा वल्लभ वृंदावन नटबरा श्री राधा वल्लभ वृंदावन नटबरा भक्ति विनोदशया भक्ति विनोदशया यशोमती नंदन व्रजवर नागर गोकुल रंजन काना कालिय दमन विधाना वंशी वदन सुवासा सुंदर नंद गोपाला कालिय दमन विधाना हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण राधा नील माधव जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव गौर प्रेमानंदे।